a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from high-split statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ohio State's offense will have the ball first. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown, and you're Ohio State, and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant paddles, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display. And they're going to try and do that again this game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll keep it himself. And some room to work. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Coates. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, now on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets open down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Unleashes to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to swing it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Abrams. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Slithers into space. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And the timing just a hair off. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that's going to tie it up.
And coaches sometimes can get hesitant, right? With a long field goal, 40-plus yards into the wind, sometimes you'll see them go for it or punt the football. They believe in their kicker. And how about that? Drives it through the wind, 3 points on the board.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's looking deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He'll take another shot here. Finds a spot down the gun of the knee. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. The RPO, fire complete to the left. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Holds and fires complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. On target. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run play action. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And he'll be brought down. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. To the ground with the back. Shows him the stiff arm. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They go to the ground, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. He'll keep it on the sneak. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. He's got it on the right. Oh, it's out. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Complete in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. A first down for the offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Michigan!
and the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He makes a catch. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking for a huge play. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to keep running. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Handoff to the lone back. Spins away from the defense. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner is stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looking for a gap. It's Hayden. Open space at the 25. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The toss sweep to the right. Hard running there. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Turns it on at midfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Wolverines! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So here comes the Michigan offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack, turning it on! And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The give to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Running back searching for a hole. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. To the air on 2nd down. He unleashes a long one. Holds it in on the left. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I've loved the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Working the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. With the catch, it's Durant. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Right on the money. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. It's on target and complete. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick six. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They want to run this quarterback. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quickly to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Abrams. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Quick completion to the right. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out. Let's get some positive yards.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter. Get in your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Works the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Punt is on its way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Woods. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Made a defender miss. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Every once in a while, you have a dude roll out in the scarlet. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stat.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So here comes the Michigan offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The lone back's got it. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man in the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Behind the chains now on second and long. Gonna look downfield again. This time it's complete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wideout. From the gun on third down. Makes the grab. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Good timing on the quick out. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Abrams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.